Hey, it's the Average right here, aka Coasty. Welcome back to my adventures. In this one, I just want to do just a quick overview of what my food bag looks like on the inside. So let's take a dive and find out. All right, so here we got a good spread, and what I guess I'll just kind of walk you through. Like, this isn't all my food, but it certainly is a good representation of it. And so I just resupplied, so I kind of got a good thing going on here. I kind of got most everything I got for lunch and everything. Let's go over breakfast. Breakfast it is the most important meal of the day, right? I aim for lots of carbs. A lot of people do like oatmeal or some kind of grain. Grits are also good. I just like granola. Like, call me crunchy, but that's what I like. I don't have to heat it up. I can if I want. I don't have to eat it with anything. I can if I want, but it's got pretty good calories going on here. You got 6 servings. The serving size is a half a cup for 230 calories. So I usually probably eat about a full cup, but it's got good fat. But this is what I'm mostly looking for breakfast. I want to hit the carbs. I don't care about the sugars, like the added sugars or anything. Like, I try to get, naturally sweetened things, but it just didn't happen. So for breakfast, I definitely aim for something high in carbs. I don't care necessarily about protein or fat for the meal. It's good to have, I'm not saying it's bad to have like protein in the morning. No, that's bad. No, it just, my goal is to get high calories, high carbs in the morning. Anything else is bonus. So I definitely like granola for that. But I'll also supplement that with some fruit, some dried fruit. I got dried mango, but you can find all sorts of dried fruit. Now, the dried fruit that I usually go for is like the one that doesn't have a bunch of additives to it. Like, on the back of it, the ingredient should just say fruit. Being out here, if you're eating a lot of added sugars, it's fine. But like back home, I don't need all that extra stuff. I just want fruit. So that's what I look for. So that's kind of breakfast. Like I said, I tend to stay towards cold stuff, but there's plenty of people out here eating hot breakfast. Yeah, so let's move on to the next favorite meal, lunch. So almost every day that I've been out here on trail, I've had some kind of form of cheese. So I got this at Woodhull. I think it's Amish made. They still use machines apparently, but whatever. It's freaking good cheese. It was like $4 for a block, but I don't know. I don't know if that's cheap or not. It's good cheese. So I usually eat pretty good chunk of cheese. Like, I'll probably eat this big of a cheese in less than a week. I just cut off a sample for lunch today, and it was lunch. Like, I probably had a chunk of cheese like that big. So, I'll probably eat this like three more times. I'm gonna be gone. But I supplement it with some Blue Diamond wasabi soy sauce beans. Soy sauce, Jesus. Some wasabi and soy sauce almonds. So for lunch, I'm looking more towards like a balanced diet. This one's kind of tough to do. For lunch, I usually do like trail mix, which is a pretty good balance. It's got good fats, and it'll have more carbohydrates than just nuts do. So the nuts is kind of lacking on the carbohydrates, but it does have protein and the fats, and it's got some good vitamins. The vitamin E is up there, the iron's up there, some magnesium, all important, right? So if I do just cheese, I do want to eat like some nuts or some trail mix, or some kind of nut butter. Actually, I really like this nut butter. Trail butter. It's just hard to find. This one's particularly awesome. Dark chocolate and coffee almond butter blend. It's awesome. It's got this one is going to have a little bit more carbs in it. than just nuts, mostly because of the sugars it's added, but which I guess in this one isn't too much. But nut butter is also good. Like, a lot of people they'll make wraps. So they'll put like almonds or trail mix with some cheese on a wrap, or they'll do like some kind of butter, some kind of nut butter, whatever on their wrap. That's a pretty common deal. The wrap, for me, the wraps weigh a lot, and you don't get much from them other than carbs. So that's one reason why a lot of people eat them, is because of the carbs. But yeah, for lunch, I'm like nut heavy. I try to do a cheese. Again, looking more for a balanced protein, fat, and carb for lunch. Also for lunch, to get those carbs, I'm trying these Beech Nut Fruities out. I forgot about them. Excuse me. I just ate one. They're really good. I had the banana, sweet potato, pear one or something like that. But they got pretty good potassium, as you can see. Not so calorie dense, but it's got them sugars, and it's got some vitamins. So I just feel like I needed some fruits and veggies in my life, and why not try baby food? Seemed like the way to go. And then for dinner, I may supplement some like as I'm boiling the water, just to kind of get some more fat and protein. I'll usually eat a handful of nuts. So I got some sunflower seeds. Okay, yes, seeds or nuts. Let me rephrase that. So if I'm letting the water boil, I'll get some seeds in me or nuts. I also carry, so this is actually coconut oil, I guess. I usually add it or some olive oil. Usually I add both. I'll just pinch some of this off, add some olive oil to my boiling water. And then what's really common out here, if you're not doing like backpacker meals, I really like Knorr. I think Limpton makes them too. I've got another brand, Green Giant. This one's like riced veggies. I don't know. I've never eaten these before. We'll see if they are good. But the Knorrs, they're not as cheap as ramen, but I feel like they're a little bit better than ramen. Like I feel like the ingredients isn't just crazy town. Plus, if you stick with the rice, the Knorr for the rice, I feel like it's just better. But as you can see, you get pretty decent calories. So you'll actually get like close to 600 calories just eating one of these. That's why I really like them. Plus they taste they have pretty decent flavor. But you add you add a couple of teaspoons or tablespoons of oil, you're looking at pushing 1,000 calories easy, especially when you eat a handful of seeds or whatnot. So I'll usually make one of these, or I'm gonna try one of these out. But sometimes I'll add some quinoa, because it also has not so much the fat, but it has good carbs and good protein, much more so than rice. And it just cooks a little easier than rice, I think. But I also, now that it's warming up and bugs are coming out, I put I put like one little clove of garlic. I'll kind of smash it up in my fingers to peel it, and then I'll throw it in my water as it's boiling. And by the time my food's ready to eat, the garlic is good to go. So, so I also season as much as I can with some Montreal steak seasoning. It's got your everything. It's got your salt. It's got your black pepper. You got your red pepper, your garlic, your onion. And it's got some sunflower oil in it for some reason, and then a little bit of paprika. But I love this stuff. I put it on everything. And then for snacks, Cliff is your best bet out here. Most of these outfitters, and if you have a resupply, if you have a hostel that does resupply, I like buying Cliffs from them because they usually just have them have an open box, and you can just run through and grab a handful of all the different flavors. So I like to keep a variety of Cliffs. Laura bar, I guess is how you say it. I don't know. Stop asking me questions. Yeah, Laura bar, I guess is how you call it. I don't know. I can't read. Anyways, these things are they're pretty tasty. They're kind of small, which means they don't have that many calories. Holy crap. This thing's got 200 calories for this little bitty guy. I found this at in a hiker box. That's why I don't know anything about it. But oof, just killed a tick. Yay, ticks. Anyways, the Laura bars are freaking delicious. They can be pretty expensive. Like, Cliff is not the best out there, but they're easy to find. They're affordable. They have decent calories. I mean, like, on average, I think they're like around the 260 mark. Let's see. Yeah, 250 for that one. So I think every once in a while you see a Cliff bar running close to 300. But and those Pro V bars, I think that's what they're called. Those things are awesome. They got like 600 calories. I actually met some people that cold soak, and that's what they eat. Is just like 2 Pro V or Pro Meal bars. Those things are awesome. They're just hard to find. So when you find them, you gotta stock up. But anyways, I hope that answers some questions. Again, I'm a vegetarian. I'm like the only. Well, Pesto, she's been in some of my videos. She's also a vegetarian. I've met a lot of vegetarians that. Hold on, let's do this. I'm sure y'all are sick of staring at my food. So yeah, I've met a lot of vegetarians on trail, but they were like, they don't eat vegetarian while on trail. They're like, it's too hard. I don't understand what they mean. Like, I mean, like, I could see, like, I feel in my mind that like 90% of trail food is vegetarian or vegan even, and then the rest of it is made up. Like, I've seen a lot of people eating jerky and other like heavily processed meats, to include like tuna and salmon packets. As a vegetarian, I don't care what you eat, because it's not me who is eating it. But if I was eating meat, I would still stay away from a lot of those things. Like, I mean, I love summer sausage. Honestly, I love it. Summer sausage is one of my favorite. Like, deer summer sausage, bueno, let's do it. Problem is, if you buy it store-bought, it just has a bunch of crap in it you don't need. And I get that you eat, like, you burn through calories and stuff, that this stuff doesn't stay in your system very long, or shouldn't be. But I think there's better, lighter alternatives than Slim Jims and Lynx. So I don't know. Like I said, eating vegetarian on trail, I think, is super easy. Getting enough calories, haven't had a problem. Especially if you do it right. I mean, as long as you're not packing out Oreos for every freaking meal, I think you're like, I think eating vegetarian on trail is pretty easy. I think even doing vegan on trail is easy. Like, I could understand why people wouldn't want to do this, just because, like, when you're off trail, like when you're in town and you want that, either, that trail magic that somebody's prepared and it's got meat in it, and you're like, thanks, but no thanks. That's tough. But, like, or going to, like, some of these towns, like in Georgia, like, they don't always have very good vegan or vegetarian options. So, like, if you want a hot meal, sometimes it's just easier to get meat. So like, I can understand why people do it. I like don't want to be a vegetarian, period. I understand that. But I also understand why people don't want to do it on trail, because going to trail towns is tough, especially in the South. But trail food on trail, you're out of your mind if you think it's hard. Out of your mind. One, you don't need 5,000 calories of, or 500 grams of protein like the guy that's lifting 1,000,000 pounds a day. The body lifters, they all want you to eat like 800 grams of protein every day. It's unreal. You don't need that out here. You need fat. It's what you need out here. Just bring fat. So, anyways, I hope that's helpful. I hope it's not too ranty, and I hope you love my hair. So, leave in a comment below what your favorite trail food is. Tell me I'm wrong about ramen, because ramen is garbage. I think it's great for if you're on a budget, or if there's no other options. But like, don't do ramen. There's so many, or mashed potatoes. Come on, people. We're not 5th grade anymore. Come on. So, but yeah, leave a message below. Tell me what your favorite food on trail is. And if weight didn't matter, tell me what you wish you could eat every night on trail would be. I think if weight didn't matter, I don't know. Somebody was eating chicken wings earlier. I was highly jealous. I miss some chicken wings. Hard. I don't know. If weight didn't matter, I'd be eating way more fruits and vegetables. Like, God, I miss street. Like, I make some street tacos back home. I miss that. But I'd be carrying some eggs, some tortillas, a cast iron skillet. I'd be cooking on the fire every day if I could. If weight didn't matter, God, I would have a bomb.com breakfast. That's for sure. I'd be eating some fresh eggs with some potatoes and onions and garlic, peppers. That's what I'd be eating every morning if weight didn't matter. But yeah, let me know what you say. So again, thanks for all the support. I'm so close to getting monetized, and it almost doesn't even matter anymore. Like, just because everybody's comments, everybody's love, I read everybody's comments. I read everybody's comments. I try to respond to those that require a response. If not, I usually just at least acknowledge you sent me something, right? So anyways, I appreciate all the love, all the support, all the likes, all the comments, all the sharing, all the stuff. I hope it keeps going. So it's been a pleasure. So all right, I'll see y'all on the trail.